here comes the fun part. This is the bit I always enjoy, it's the test drive. This car though has a really high seatbelt mount. You can probably see it just above my head there. Really high. Sometimes they're normally just below that pillar. But what I do like about this one as well is the pull start ignition. Ooh, makes me feel like I'm in a rally car. What you got here is a straight 4-cylinder engine, 4-speed gearbox. You don't want more than that. When it comes to how fast it goes, again, it depends on the age of the car itself. What I suggest you do is go out, get yourself on a dual carriageway or a motorway, put your toe down, and as soon as it feels like you're on a vibration plate, ease off slightly, because that's its limit. Visibility in here is immense. Well, mind you, it's just glass all the way down each side. You can't help but look around and see outside somewhere. Steering wheel. Look at the size of this thing. It's like a bus. I feel like I'm driving a bus. It makes me feel very empowered. Because I've got small man syndrome. Make me feel big. Get a big steering wheel. That'll do the trick. You've got drum brakes. Can be a little bit squidgy at times, but you can get them upgraded. It's not a massive job. And of course you can get the engine upgraded as well if you want to go faster. But again, if you upgrade the engine, you're going to have to upgrade the gearbox and upgrade the brakes as well, just so you can stop. When it comes to the gearbox, because there is no Synchromesh on first gear, the cogs tend to be chipped. And that means that they can jump out of gear. So what you need to do is put your foot down and make sure no one else is around you or behind you, because then take your foot off the accelerator. If it jumps out of gear, it means that yes, indeed, that the gearbox needs to be looked at. It's rack and pinion steering on here, so you've got rack and pinion on there. And again, like all old cars, you haven't got the thickest tyres, only 155s. So if you are driving in the wet, do be warned. Don't compare it to a modern day car and think, my goodness, this feels like I'm on an ice rink here. It's rear wheel drive as well, so again, take that into note, especially if you're used to a front wheel drive car. It's very different when you're going around corners, because in this case you're being pushed around the corner instead of pulled. So when you see all these great car chases in the American films, when the back's powering round, it's because they're rear wheel drive. For a car of its age, it's got a surprising amount of room in it. But it is very narrow, 60 inches or thereabouts in width. And you compare that to the new Mini, which is about 66 inches, get my drift. More like a banana. Like a big long boat. Nothing better than going for a test drive and sitting in traffic. Oh, it makes my job so much easier. I just have to sit here. And sit here. And then what I may do is cut out the bit where I'm just sitting here and go straight to the bit where I'm driving really fast and looking really cool with my arm out the window going, yeah, look at me and my Morris Minor 1000 Traveller. Woohoo, how good am I? When it comes to going through the gears themselves, you have to take it nice and slowly. Nice and slowly is the way to drive a Morris Minor 1000. There's going to be no high-speed gear changes, just nice and leisurely. If you're in a rush, don't drive one of these. Walk. I was talking to a guy once who had a Morris 1000, and because first gear is so slow, he found it easier to reverse up hills. No, true story, honestly. He used to reverse up hills because he found he had more torque and he could go faster. That's great, isn't it? That way you can see all the people who you've annoyed. Hi, I'm just reversing uphill. I can see you really hate me. This will be the bit where I cut to a bit where I'm actually driving. Watch how seamless it is. Sure, it takes a little bit of time getting used to the gears themselves. I mean, it is like first and fourth are in different postcode areas. You can make up your own mind. Is it something that you could see yourself driving? I mean, it is a smooth car. And if you've answered yes to all your questions of is it practical, am I going to be able to work on it, do I want one? Then why not? Who does a test drive at 20 past 5? Only a fool! Yep, only a fool.